Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's been a while, eh? Today, I am here to take a look at the newest installment to the Farming Simulator franchise, Farming Simulator 25. We're going to take a look at this on the PC, not the Steam Deck. I'm going to hold off on new Steam Deck videos until I can get myself a capture card. I scrapped a video for the deck that I was working on. The footage was trash. It just didn't look good. I wasn't happy with it, and I wound up losing motivation for that video. So let's talk about how Farming Simulator 25 plays, how it looks, all the good stuff, and some not so good stuff. And at the end, I'll share a fix for a bug that I ran into. So sit back and let's take a look at my first impressions of Farm Sim 25 on the PC, shall we? Farming Simulator 25 was released to Steam, Xbox, and PS5 November 12th, 2024 at a base price of $64.99 Canadian. There is also a Year 1 package that includes the game and a Year 1 pass for $103.30 Canadian. The standalone price is pretty par for the franchise as of late. If you see any other of my videos, you already know that I'm a huge simulator game fan, and Farm Sim is no different. I've sunk a bit of time into the franchise as a whole, and I love it. It's one of those games where it's nice to grab a controller, kick my feet up, and just play. No pressure, just pure, unadulterated relaxation when everything works, as it should, that is. I didn't pick this up on release day. It wasn't close to payday, and life and bills and stuff, everything's expensive. No one has money. So I picked it up on the 15th. Big difference. So pretty close to release day, I guess. Since then, it has consumed much of my game time. Despite some of its flaws, it's held my attention quite well, despite one super annoying bug, which made me irrationally infuriated. I like to play with snow accumulation turned on, and it snowed once, and it didn't melt for over an in-game year. I don't know why, but that bug made me super angry. Month after month, the snow wouldn't go away. It just wouldn't go away. I did end up finding a fix for it, however, which I will put at the end of the video. So if you're here for that, feel free to skip to that. Otherwise, all in all, I am loving the new installment into the series, and I am so far pretty impressed. Farming Simulator 25 brings to the table a host of new features and improvements. Improved AI, GPS steering assist, new crops, an entirely new region, new animals, improved graphics, disasters, and driving physics. Since this is just a first impressions video, I won't be doing a deep dive into all the new features. I may do more vids on Farm Sim in the future where I'll look into some of the other new features, but for now I just want to keep this simple like my other videos. As far as graphics go, they generally don't appear to be a whole lot different from the last iteration in the series. There are subtle things that I have noticed, like I don't remember water beads on the equipment after you wash it. It's a nice touch. Another new graphical feature that I absolutely love. Well, I'd say this is more of a physics graphics feature. I don't know. Anyway, it's the new terrain deformation. This is something I have been wanting for a long time. I love that my equipment leaves ruts in the dirt and snow. It adds another level of immersion, which I appreciate. Moving on, let's talk about the AI a wee bit. I am kind of on the fence about this one. Like, even in Farming Simulator 22, the AI was questionable at best. While it appears that Giant Software has indeed improved the AI capabilities, it still has its derpy moments. Don't get me wrong, in my opinion, the AI is better, but I feel it still needs some fine tuning. I did some testing on the AI, which was a great reason to be lazy and hire a bunch of workers to do various tasks around my farm. The results were mixed. For the most part, I was happy with how the AI performed. I enjoy the new AI settings. It adds a bit of depth to hiring help. You can set how many headlands passes the AI will make, change the working width. You can even choose to omit lines if you like. Now, in Farming Simulator 22, hired AI would just go up and down the field, and you would have to make your own headlands to allow the AI to properly do its job and not get hung up on quite literally everything. What the AI does this time around is it follows a sort of GPS map of the field, and it does it decently well for the most part. Clarity can still ensue. Like in the case, I had an AI worker doing their things on one of my fields, and when all of a sudden they just started to back up the tractor. I assumed it was to set up for the next pass. That was until they left the field and didn't stop until getting hung up in a tree. It's happened several times. Speaking of the improved GPS, it's not just for one brain-celled AI workers, but it can also be used as a steering assist for human farmers in the form of, well, a steering assist. Now, before I carry on, I'm pretty sure that this system or something similar to it was a mod in Farming Sim 22, so this may not be a big deal for some of you, but in all honesty, I never use mods in FS22, so it's new to me, which is why I'm gonna mention it now. Anyway, the steering assist is super cool. It uses the GPS that the AI uses to allow you to quote-unquote lock on to a lane and let the machine do the steering. So all you got to do is start the tool you're using, make sure it's in working position, and either hit the gas or activate cruise control, and you wind up with a more precise field of work for less effort, and it keeps everything simple and nice and tidy. It is by far my favorite feature of the new features implemented into the game. It will chime when you get near the end of the lane, and it won't automatically stop the machine. You got to do that yourself. So you still have to pay attention a little bit. If you don't, and for instance, you are speaking to your wife and totally forget, you still need to pay attention. A river barge will totally steal your combine and take it away from you. All in all, I'm really enjoying the latest installment to the series, and I feel that given a bit of time, this could easily be the best farm sim to date. For me personally, I have experienced very little bugs outside what I've outlined so far in the video. There are little things that I feel could have been implemented differently or improved altogether. One of the little things I want to nitpick is why the fuck are the man doors on this barn so damn slow? Like, the big doors open up at an appropriate speed, but my god, these man doors are painfully slow.
Is there a slow setting? Best door ever.
Another little gripe I have is when looking at the pricing of things, a way to favorite things to bring them to the top of the list would be cool. That way I'm not having to scroll through the entire list just to look at soybeans or something. And I'm not a fan of the lack of class equipment in general. I'm not sure if it's a licensing thing or what, but 22 was chock full of class gear. Why couldn't it get ported over to 25? I don't know. I like the class stuff. It's classy. Well, we're almost done here, which leads us to me wanting to share a fix for the unmeltable snow bug I ran to. I found the fix for this thanks to a Reddit user, Epic Guilty, for posting a video, and user Real J Cole for summarizing it in the comments. So if you run into this, spare yourself the irrational rage, close down the game, head over to Steam and turn off cloud saves for Farming Simulator 25. Then head over to the saved game folder, which for me was located in My Games Farming Simulator 2025 saved game 1. Once there, delete the file density map height.gdm. Also delete terrain LOD type cache. Then fire the game back up and voila, snow is gone. Don't forget to turn Steam cloud saves back on and you're good to go. In conclusion, I am loving the game. The core gameplay experience from 22 is still there while improving on some key factors. My complaints are few and hopefully can be addressed in the near future. I am lucky in the sense that I have encountered only a couple bugs so far, and they have not been major. I am aware that other users have been coming across some pretty nasty bugs that ruin the game for them. Luckily for me, that hasn't happened so far. I look forward to what Giants has in store for FS25. I feel like this is a strong contender for best in the series to date, but there is some legwork to put in to get it to that point. If you're a die-hard Farm Sim fan, then you probably already own this. But if you're not a die-hard Farm Sim fan and you're considering purchasing this, in my opinion, I'd let this cook for a little while longer. Maybe pick up Farm Sim 22 and look at 25 in about 6 months or so. Well, that's it as always. Thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, you're a champ and I love you very much. I hope to see you back for the next one. So until then, enjoy life on the farm and take it easy, eh?